It doesn't matter what you pick, it's always going to show up. There's no way that it can't show up unless you're deciding that. What's up, y'all? If you've been here before, welcome back. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Tierica, and I like to post videos about the law of assumption, manifestation, and mindset shifting, sharing my own personal beliefs and experiences with the intention that you can take something from what I talk about and apply it to your life to create the reality of your dreams. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's video. So today I want to talk about manifesting in steps because I really feel like that will be beneficial for you all. A lot of times when we're manifesting things, and more so the things that we perceive as big or, the impossible manifestations, we, tend to make those things harder for ourselves unintentionally. And we create these barriers for ourselves, again, unintentionally. So then it just seems like it's harder to manifest. It seems like it's unattainable. And again, those are just manifestations, because everything that you do, every choice that you make, everything that you decide on is creating your reality. The things that you dominantly believe and that you dominantly think about are going to be the ones that show up the easiest, the fastest in your reality. So, of course, to make a new belief, you just need to persist in a new assumption, and your assumptions are just your thoughts. So, you can always create a new belief to make things easier for you. But in the meantime, while you're doing that, you can definitely manifest your desires in steps. And this is something that I definitely recommend if you are somebody who wants to see movement, or you want to get your things a lot faster. Maybe you want to build your confidence with manifestation. I do feel like when you manifest in steps, it definitely boosts your confidence, because what happens is you get to see the wins along the way. So you're literally deciding on something specific that you want to manifest. And then when you manifest it, and you manifest it at a much faster rate, then it boosts your confidence, because now it shows you, oh, I can really manifest this, which everything that you do, everything that you're interacting with in your daily life is still a manifestation from you. But when we go from unconscious manifestation to conscious manifestation, I don't know, we just tend to put barriers on ourselves, or we tend to make things a little bit harder for ourselves. I don't know why. I guess we're just not used to things being easy for us, or probably because, we're told life is hard and, you got to work hard for what you want. But when it comes to manifestation, you don't. You don't have to work hard for what you want. Things will come easy for you. They should come easy for you. Everything is natural for you. It's just a natural process that you're doing on a daily basis. So the more you program yourself to believe that, think that, and the more often that you show up for yourself in that way, the easier it becomes. And I definitely believe that, because manifestation becomes a lifestyle. Not only will you be able to manifest in steps and get your stuff a lot faster, but you also start to pay attention to other areas of your life. You start to catch yourself when you are limiting yourself, when you are persisting in something that you don't want to experience, and then you become aware of it. So then you have the opportunity to change it. So as far as manifesting in steps, honestly, whenever it comes to manifesting like people, an SP, relationships, all of that kind of stuff, it definitely becomes easier, I believe, to manifest in steps if you, feel like you're not seeing movement, or, you're feeling a little discouraged about it. Then that's where you want to manifest in steps. So let's just say you're manifesting an SP, right? And you are manifesting that you want to be married to this SP. Now, keep in mind, just a little sidebar when it comes to manifesting people, your thoughts about this person, whatever you are assuming to be true about this person, is always going to be true, and they are always going to reflect that back to you. They cannot deny it. They can't reject it. They can't say no because it's your reality. It's not theirs. It's your reality. So whatever you are assuming about a person, all right, whatever you believe to be true, your thoughts that you are thinking, basically your instructions for how this person needs to move. So if you want to be married to this person, you are affirming that your SP is your husband or your wife, your spouse, y'all are married. They cannot deny that, and you will experience a reality where that is true for you. as long as you persist in it, because there's nobody else judging these thoughts. There's nobody telling you. There's no filter in between you and the person. There's nothing other than your thoughts and you. So as long as you continue to assume whatever version of the person that you want, that is how they have to show up. Now, when let's just go back to the marriage thing. When you are, affirming for marriage, right? Or let's just say, you live in one country and your SP lives in a totally different country, right? These are things that we may see as barriers. These are things we may see as harder to obtain because it seems impossible, or it just seems like there's so much distance in between you and the actual outcome of the manifestation. There's no distance in between anything that you are manifesting. There's only you. Whatever meaning you are assigning, whatever you are implying, whatever your beliefs are, that is what's in between you and your manifestation. So like I said in yesterday's video, I do want to talk about having things in the now moment, which that'll probably be tomorrow's video or later on this week. But so basically, when you are faced with these obstacles, things that you view as obstacles, what you want to do is you want to manifest in steps, right? And I really feel like one of the easiest ways to lay out your steps of what you would desire is sit down and think about to me, there's never no end, because things don't end. They're constantly flowing. They're constantly moving. Nothing dies, nothing disappears. So there's technically no complete end, but think of an end goal, because then once you reach that end goal, of course, you're going to have new desires and you're going to create new things. But think of an end goal. So we'll just go with marriage, right? Because a lot of times when you are manifesting an SP, that is something that you definitely want. So you want marriage. That's your end goal for right now, right? Well, what are the steps going to be from where you're at now to the marriage? All right. What are you going to manifest from your SP? Are you in no contact with them? So if you're in no contact with your SP, then let's go ahead and work on being in contact with them. So let's manifest you being in contact with your SP. So maybe you just want to manifest them responding to an Instagram story or to a Twitter post or something. So now you're going to persist as the person whose SP responds to everything that they post on social media, right? Now, when they start interacting with you on social media, because you don't have a lot of resistance to that. It's social media. It's a like on a post or a watch on a story, So you don't have a lot of resistance. You don't have a lot of opposing thoughts, feelings, emotions, and all of that towards this specific thing. So it's going to happen a lot quicker, a lot easier, a lot faster. I definitely believe that. And I set the intention for y'all. If this is a situation that you're in, I set that intention for you that it is that way. Like, it's going to come so fast. So then you manifest that, right? What's the next thing that you're going to want? Constant communication. So now they've interacted with you on social media. Let's go ahead and manifest constant communication from our SP. So now you are persisting in the thought of, my SP is always blowing me up. Like, they respond so fast to every message. And you see how wording that it is in the now moment. So if you were talking to somebody about your SP, you're like, yeah, my SP is obsessed with me. They are always messaging me. Like, anytime I message them, they message me right back. Like, it's like they be waiting for me to message them so they can message me back. They always have their phone in their hand waiting for me to text them because they're always messaging me back super fast. So now you've manifested constant communication with them. What's your next step going to be? And your next step could be y'all start going out on dates. Then your next step is y'all are in a committed relationship. Then the next manifestation is they propose to you. Then the end goal, you reach your wedding. You are at your wedding, you're married. And then, like I said, that's not your complete end goal, but that's the end goal you have right now. Because then once you get to your wedding, when you get married, you're going to have new desires. You may desire to travel the world with your SP. You may desire to start a family with your SP, to start a business. There's different things that you're going to desire. We all desire different things because it's our expression from God, to experience it physically as this, 3D version of ourselves, as humans. So definitely manifesting in steps can build your confidence because you see that you are picking specific things. And that really is a confidence booster when you pick specific things to manifest and then they show up in your reality. The thing here is, though, it doesn't matter what you pick, it's always going to show up. There's no way that it can't show up unless you're deciding that. And you're deciding that if you're saying things like manifestation doesn't work for me. I tried for this many months and nothing ever happened. Shift your perspective to manifestation always works for me. Manifestation is so easy for me. Everything that I want comes to me so easily, right? I can manifest anything that I want. Everything always goes my way. Put yourself in those mindsets, especially when you catch yourself in moments where you're feeling doubtful or you feel like things are not working, you're feeling discouraged. Remind yourself of who you are because you have manifested your entire life. You just didn't know. You just didn't know. And that's why I'm here. That's why a lot of us are here, on YouTube to remind you you've been doing this the entire time. So now that you're aware of it, it's just a matter of shifting your perspective, shifting your conscious to, oh, I do create my reality. This is so easy for me. And I know whatever it is that I'm affirming for, it's happening for me right now. Like everything exists right now. Everything exists right now. So there's no way that you can't have what you want. If you desire something, it's meant for you, right? And even if it's not a SP that you're manifesting, even if it's like you're on a job hunt, or you are wanting to get into a university, you can still manifest in steps because there's a process that we usually all believe that we have to go through to get to things. We believe in a process. We believe in a journey, right? And if you don't, that's totally fine. But if you do believe in, there's an unfolding of a process that you have to go through to get to whatever it is that you desire, then go ahead and manifest in steps. There's nothing wrong with that. Even if it's to get a job, right? So what is your first step going to be? You always find so many jobs that you want to apply for. So now you are creating the reality where there are so many jobs that you see that you like. So now you're getting to apply to all these jobs. Then what is your next manifestation going to be? Something like I'm getting callbacks from my top jobs that I want to work for. The top places that I want to work for are calling me back. Now you're getting calls from all the places that you want to work at. Then what's your next step? I got hired at the best place for me. I got hired at this specific place. I got hired, at the one that's paying me the most money. Whatever you decide, because, I know y'all have heard that saying, the world is your oyster. That's literally like what that means is the world is in the palm of your hands, or the world is in your imagination. Whatever you can come up with in your mind, you can experience in your reality physically. It just takes you trusting yourself and believing in yourself enough to just persist. The only scripture that I know is having faith the size of a mustard seed. And I'm always saying this one when I'm talking because it makes sense. A mustard seed is so tiny. If you've never seen it, go look it up on Google. It's so tiny. Having faith the size of a mustard seed, what that means to me, how I analyze that is having just a little bit of faith, just enough faith to just repeat your affirmation, to just persist in the thought of having it, because what can you lose? You have nothing to lose by thinking in your favor. Yeah, you may have these worries, fears, doubts, negative thoughts come up. That is your ego trying to keep you safe. That is your ego trying to keep you where it's comfortable, what it knows right now. The moment you unidentify with that, it is no longer a part of you. It's an instant process, but it still will come up. And if it still comes up, you just push those thoughts away. You deny it, the way you would be at the restaurant, and if they bring you the wrong order, you're gonna send it back. You get a package from a place that you ordered from and it's not what you asked for, it's not as described, you send it back. These thoughts, these fears, these worries, these doubts, that is not as described in the description of what you want. It is not in the description. So because it's not in the description, you don't give it your time or your attention. Okay, your focus, because that is what's the most valuable to you. What you decide to focus on, that is so important. And that is literally like the most valuable thing that you possess, your imagination. That is what's valuable to you, because that is what is creating your physical experience. The stuff you see physically is not really physical. I've said that before. It's just particles coming together to assume the shape of things that you believe in. So believe in something else. And to make that easier for yourself, manifest in steps. Manifest things as you go. Manifest as you go. And if you don't have something that you want to manifest in steps, then manifest things that are so simple, that you perceive as simple. You've seen a certain color butterfly, or, somebody gave you a compliment, whatever you can come up with, and manifest those things. Manifest specific things. Choose things that are specific and manifest them, because that proves to you that you create your reality. Your thoughts, your imagination creates your reality. It only takes one time. It only takes one time to think of something, to declare something, to decide on something. But the reason why we persist is to keep you basically grounded in that reality, to keep you grounded in that desire, because it's easy. You see how easy it is to float to something that you don't want. It's so easy for you to go off on a tangent and spiral and dwell and all of that. So instead of allowing that to be your truth and your story, you repeat your affirmations to keep you grounded in your desire, because that means it's true to you no matter what. Because just as much as you try to spiral and think these negative thoughts, that's keeping you grounded in the reality that you don't want. And it's okay if you spiral a day, or if you have a moment, pick yourself up and go back to the reality that you desire. And you stay there and you persist, right? So manifest in steps, y'all. Pick something that you want to manifest in steps. Write it all out. Write out the process for yourself. Write out each thing that you want to manifest that gets you to your end goal. And like I said, it's not an end goal because you're going to desire more things, but write that process out for you. And then go ahead and start manifesting from step 1. Manifest it. You're going to manifest it. And when you manifest it, check it off. Feel good about yourself. Like, of course I manifested that because I'm the creator of my reality. Of course I manifested that because I've mastered this manifestation. Of course I manifested that because manifestation is so easy for me. I get exactly what I want all the time. So pump yourself up. Be your cheerleader. Be your own cheerleader. And as you check off those boxes, it's going to get easier and easier. And not only does it get easier with this one specific thing, but everything else that you decide to manifest is going to roll in easily and effortlessly, because you boosted your confidence, you have boosted your self-concept, and now you believe that manifestation is so easy for you, and you see that you can get the exact things that you want, and that's what you're going to get. All right. So if you have any questions or comments for me, please leave them down below. If you do need assistance and would like guidance with your manifestations, I do offer phone and email coaching, and the link for both of those is in the description below. If you watch this video until the end, I appreciate you so much, and I will see y'all in the next video.